The Call of the Wild is a classic novel written by American author Jack London, published in 1903. It's a story of adventure, survival, and the primal instincts of both humans and dogs. The novel is set during the Klondike Gold Rush in the late 19th century and is narrated from the perspective of a dog named Buck. The primary theme of the novel is the call of the wild, which represents the instinctual, primal nature of all living beings. Summary. The story begins in California, where Buck, a large and powerful St. Bernard Scotch Collie, lives a comfortable life as the companion of Judge Miller. However, his life takes a drastic turn when he is stolen and sold into the brutal world of the Alaskan Yukon. Buck's journey exposes him to the harsh reality of the wilderness and the struggle for survival. Buck experiences the brutality of man and nature as he is forced to adapt to his new environment. He encounters a variety of characters, both human and canine, each with their own motivations and values. Buck's physical and instinctual capabilities become more pronounced as he learns to trust his survival instincts. Under different owners and through various challenges, Buck's connection to the wild, the call of his ancestors, becomes stronger. He begins to embrace his primordial instincts and ultimately joins a pack of wolves, fully surrendering to the call of the wild. Key themes. The Call of the Wild, the central theme of the novel. The call of the wild represents the innate, primal instincts and desires that all living beings possess. It is the instinctual urge to return to a more natural and wild state. Survival of the fittest. The novel explores the concept of survival in a harsh and unforgiving environment. It demonstrates the principle that those who can adapt and embrace their natural instincts are more likely to survive. Primal instincts. Buck's transformation and his embrace of his primal instincts are key themes. This highlights the idea that, beneath civilization, there lies a primal, wild nature that can emerge in the face of adversity. Man versus nature. The novel portrays the constant struggle between humans and the natural world. It underscores the idea that the wilderness is untamed and indifferent to human desires and needs. Ownership and domination. Buck's journey from a domesticated pet to a wild animal reflects the theme of ownership and the consequences of trying to dominate or control a being with its own innate desires. The bond between humans and animals. Throughout the story, there is a portrayal of the connection and bond that can exist between humans and animals, even in challenging circumstances. Social hierarchy. The novel explores the dynamics of social hierarchy and the power struggles that occur in the wild and in human society. Human-animal bond. The novel portrays the deep and complex bond that can exist between humans and their animal companions. It explores the emotional and psychological connections that develop between Buck and his various owners. Materialism and greed. The Klondike Gold Rush serves as a backdrop to the story, highlighting the materialistic and greedy motivations of many characters. It illustrates the destructive impact of the pursuit of wealth on individuals and the environment. Social Darwinism. The novel reflects the social Darwinist philosophy of the time, which emphasized the survival of the fittest and the idea that individuals must adapt to their environment to thrive. Transformation and adaptation. Buck's transformation from a domesticated pet to a wild, primal creature represents the theme of adaptation and the ability to change in response to new challenges and environments. Freedom and independence. The call of the wild symbolizes the desire for freedom and independence, both for Buck and for the humans he encounters. It raises questions about the constraints of civilization and the allure of the untamed wilderness. Cruelty and compassion. The novel portrays both the cruelty of some characters toward animals and the compassion of others. It highlights the moral and ethical dimensions of human-animal interactions. Nature's indifference. The natural world in the novel is portrayed as indifferent to human or animal suffering. It's a place where only the strongest and most adaptable survive. Isolation and solitude. Buck's journey often leads to periods of isolation and solitude, allowing for introspection and self-discovery. It explores the psychological effects of isolation in a harsh environment. See the Call of the Wild is not just a tale of a dog's transformation but also a commentary on the human condition and the tension between civilization and the wild, primal instincts that exist within all living beings. It's a story of survival, adaptation, and the enduring power of nature's call.